My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here. Today is February 7th, 2023. It is 9:57 a.m., 10 a.m. So there are 7 tweets I want to share with you. I've already recorded for the day. I didn't even touch to edit it. I just finished yesterday's editing, and I went on Twitter. Someone forwarded me a tweet with Al Sharpton. And I posted on my community board. But what happened is that I had some other videos that I wanted to record later on after I did my earlier recording, and I wanted to share with you. So I'm gonna combine everything. Okay, so make it one video, and depend on how YouTube manage with it, I might put it out before any other videos. Okay, so it's gonna be out of sequence. So let's get started. Let's go on Twitter. So this one was, I think, yesterday, but I didn't put it, or was it after I finished record this morning? So I was reading some tweets, and then I wasn't sure what's going on, but from reading the comments, going down the line, and I think it's in reference to this video. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same order that I saw it, and I will share it with you. All right, quote, "She's American, she should shut the F up. What is the Brits' problem with Americans? Talk with, okay, whatever that hashtag is. All right. Sometimes there's long-winded with their speech and kind of boring. Nah, it's deeper than that. I've seen the he, she is America being something related to something derogatory. Okay. I hope they're not talking about Meghan. This is where I was trying to find out what are they talking about. Okay. And this person mentioned the same thing. All right, there's a comment under it. It says no, and then the squad were like, okay, I think there's some GIF they put. Yep, they put away the knife. They weren't sure what they were talking about. Okay, so as long as it's not Meghan, they put their weapons away. I hope they're not talking about Meghan. No, okay, casual put knife away, and they're laughing. All right, so let's go straight to the video. Okay, so there it is here. They act like we're beneath them, but then they loudly quote to the whole world whenever we pay them any attention. They've got that pick-me mentality. There's the laugh. All right, so let's see what they're talking about. I did not listen to it specifically for this moment when I'm recording. 2 minutes and 7 seconds. I will stop in between.
It's interesting you were mentioning having met the US ambassador, and obviously, as we've discussed, there was a reaction coming in from all around the world. Robert, what has been the reaction out there? We know that the Bidens have issued a statement.
That's right. I mean, I think from the range, the breadth and the depth of reaction from around the world, it is extraordinarily clear that the Queen was inspiration not just to Britain, not just to her realms, not just to the Commonwealth, but many other nations as well, including the United States. This was a country that the Queen visited 8 times. She knew and had met 14 of the last 15 American presidents. And the current American president, Joe Biden, has issued a long and deeply moving tribute to the Queen, in part which reads, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II was more than a monarch. She defined an era in a world of...
Okay, I'm a little bit confused. What are they talking about? Okay, the Queen is dead. Okay, she met 14 out of the 15 president. So I remember a video which I share with you. I don't know when this video is gonna come out, where the U.S. ambassador to Britain, I believe, she was being interviewed by one of the UK press, whatever, and they were asking her, or that journalist was asking the ambassador some stuff about Meghan. the Sussexes. I don't remember if it was just Meghan or Harry or both of them in general. But the ambassador was like, she doesn't get involved with private family matters. I'm like, what the hell? Why would you ask her some question like that? Okay, so let's continue. And I'm a bit confused with this video so far. I'm not sure if have any reference to Meghan.
Constant change, he wrote. She was a steadying presence and a source of comfort and pride for generations of Britons. And he went on to say that Queen Elizabeth II led always with grace, an enduring commitment to duty, and the incomparable power.
That's freaking old. Are they talking about since she was dead? Okay, they've got that pick me mentality. So 11 hours ago, why would they post that? Okay.
Of her example, one prominent American magazine has called the Queen tonight a queen of the world, describing her as a modern global monarch. And I think that does capture a sense of how much impact her passing is having right around the world.
And that phrase Robert used, a modern global monarch. What an extraordinary thing to say about someone who was 96. Modern.
Yeah, but she was. Well, she was queen of the world. I mean, I think people everywhere, even though, she's queen of the United Kingdom, she's queen of Canada, you talk to anybody, they just go the queen.
Yes.
Yeah. But of course there's other queens,
yes.
But actually she's just the queen.
In Germany she's referred to as the queen because that is the queen. There is no other.
I'm going to leave that alone. I'm wasting my time here. This is old. It seems like something when she, what was it? When she passed. So let's move on. Let me read these two and then go to the next one. Okay, do they really know Americans or are they relying on pop culture? Okay, Brits have been mad with Americans since 1776. The only time they stopped wanting us to shut up was World War II. So this is irrelevant. I just waste a couple minutes, 6 minutes into that. So the next one was similar to that. Let's go to the Al Sharpton one, okay? So this is the one of the squaddies forwarded to me, okay? Reverend Al Sharpton discusses Harry and Meghan's treatment by the British press. Quote, in many ways, they expose what was already there, and then people try to blame Meghan for their being exposed. Okay, 1 minute and 52 seconds. Oh, it's very short. That was Good Morning Britain. So I thought that was a US thing. So Al Sharpton went over there. Okay, I thought it was one of the morning show in America. Okay, so let's listen to this.
There was a big fallout when Meghan Markle and Prince Harry left the UK. Lots of discussion, Reverend Sharpton, about racism within the media, the accusations that they made towards the coverage that she had faced as part of the royal family. And then you were very outspoken and critical of Jeremy Clarkson's column that he put in again in another national newspaper. He's since apologised to them profusely.
So there's one video, I think it's on this morning video, where Dr. Scholler put something regarding some female contestant who were supposed to be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I think Clarkson is the host of that particular show, and these women decided not to participate in the thing. And one of the comments that I said, did I respond more than once? But whatever I responded on that particular tweet, where I said it's because the world is talking about it. I mentioned Al Sharpton, who spoke openly about it, his discuss of the thing that Clarkson had written about Meghan. Now the world is talking about it. But before, if nobody had said anything, it would be business as usual. Let me see if I could find this thing. All right. Let me go on my bookmark. I'll fast forward really quick. Notification. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm talking about this. There's Dr. Scholler. Why did it take so long for women celebrities to act? What was it about Jeremy Clarkson vile attack on Meghan Markle that finally hit home? And someone responded to this. You're gonna see this tweet in another video, but I'm just gonna focus on mine and this particular person, okay? Because now they receive bad press from being seen with him. Same old. When it will affect them, they take a stand. All right, so there's me responding to her and say, bingo. The international community shows how repulsive he was. Once US spoke, There it is, Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton and others spoke up. Yeah. Other than that, it will have been business as usual. How long Meghan Markle have been faced similar attacks? Not many spoke up in the UK. Dr. Shola went through a lot on her own because she was one of the prominent people that I know of who was defending Meghan. She was not going out of her way to defend Meghan, but when push come to shove and they're asking her question about it, she defend Meghan. All right, so that's what came to mind as I was listening to this. All right, not even knowing Al Sharpton was gonna be on the UK thing. So I'm gonna move it back again to listen to the question because I took a long break.
Lots of discussion, Reverend Sharpton, about racism within the media, the accusations that they made towards the coverage that she had faced as part of the royal family. And then you were very outspoken and critical of Jeremy Clarkson's column that he put in again in another national newspaper. He's since apologised to them profusely and tried to explain his scenario. I wonder what your take on that situation was, what Harry and Meghan Markle said that they were facing, and the reaction of the UK media to that relationship.
You know, I think that when they were married, it was a beautiful day.
Right.
And people were celebrating how you saw this woman of color now in the royal family, gospel songs sung at the ceremony, the Queen sitting there. And then the reaction was so much acrimony and just looking to treat her differently. And people, whether you're in the UK or around the world, that was always treated differently, understood what Meghan was going through. There's somebody black working in the C-suites for the first time, and they treat you differently. Or someone walking down the street. And I think she became a symbol not of her own making. When you see the kind of mean-spirited article this guy wrote for no reason, drag her through the streets and all, yeah, fine, you can apologize, and many of us have said things not at that level that we could apologize for, but what makes you feel that you can say that in the first place?
Right.
I think I've said something in that sense when that thing first came out. Where did this thing came from? How did it originate in this guy's brain to say there's this woman left the country after the UK, what's his name, had told her to go back to America?
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
Piers Morgan. So she's completely left the country, living her own life, doing her own thing, but out of the blue, this guy, where did it come from to originate and then decided to put this bullshit out there to the world? I don't understand this. Okay? And the other thing that I get also is that some people, whoever gave him that idea, if it did not originate from him, whoever gave him that idea to write this BS thing, okay, has played her card too much. This is becoming a little bit too much. The world is very repulsive of this. So she better stop. Alright, so let's continue.
And I think that in many ways they exposed what was already there.
Exactly.
And then people tried to blame Meghan for they are being exposed.
Wow, very simple. Yep, that's pretty much it. The thing was already there, and then bingo, it's already. What was it? Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan had said it at the beginning that you know. Let me put the clip instead of me trying to paraphrasing. I'll put the clip right there.
This woman existed. All the alarm bells rang at Buckingham Palace, and I could almost hear them saying, "Pull the shutters down. It's an invasion."
She's mixed race, she's American, she's a divorcee, actress. Those are 4 ticks. No member of the royal family, the senior members, ever thought they would see having to be ticked when it came to Harry's bride.
All the things that frightened the royal family have suddenly arrived on their doorstep. I can hear Diana laughing now.
Meghan's marrying into a family which has, to put it mildly, a dodgy track record on race. It's not Meghan Markle's problem, it's their problem.
All right, so let's read some of the comments. And there's another tweet making reference to that video, and I think the video is attached to it. If it's more than a minute and 52 seconds, I'll play it again, but if it's the same, I'm not gonna play it again. Okay, it seems like anyone in a powerful or well-known position is being asked in interviews for their views on Harry and Meghan. This is always in hope that they are going to jump on the bandwagon of criticism. You can sense the interviewer disappointment when that doesn't happen. I mean, he knew who he was talking to, so I don't know. I don't think he was gonna expect anything different. Okay, and then especially, and he already know Al Sharpton was already speaking out against Jeremy Clarkson. Let me see here. They are doing it to create stories about their likability. That's why they spread misinformation about them. Exactly this. The Reverend spoke out about the Clarkson comment along with another civil rights activist. So unlike other guests, this isn't a random ask. That's what I think too. Okay, the interviewer obviously doesn't know anything about Reverend Al Sharpton. If he expected anything other than the truth, his few words spoke volume. That's what I think too, and I applaud him for that. There's a fire. Well said. Unlikely if they ever actually read or heard anything by or about Reverend Sharpton. That's what I'm saying. Reverend Sharpton already spoke about Jeremy Clarkson and other things, so I don't think he was expecting something different. Okay, so glad US civil rights icons are calling this out, and FTR miss me with the BS that she is not black. We know our people. Very well said. Who is the man with Al? Did they address the racism that the black football players are facing in the UK? Alright, Ben and Susan just saying, twat. Okay, what is that? Okay, he is Lord Woolley. He does a lot of good work on racial issues here in the UK. Great. I hope they can speak loud and clear about what is going on. Okay, let's see here. He does. He sits in the House of Lords and is a great advocate. Oh, okay. I don't know. Learn something new. Probably gonna forget anyway. Okay, amen. If, I don't see more videos of him similar to Dr. Shola's and stuff like that, it's already out of my brain. Okay, did you see how these presenters are not messing up with the Reverend? They know if they attack him and the entire black community will come after them. Okay, oh gosh, I love my uncle. Che, say it as it is. Sado. Okay, treat differently. Just a quick example which the media used to attack her. So there's that. Okay, we all know what that look means. He wasn't playing games or looking for the gaslight. Alright, he nailed it. The world is watching, and most people are not even surprised that the country and the royal family is heavily racist. Meghan and Harry just said the quiet part out loud. Quote, they expose what was already there. That's exactly that. Okay, these Brits lie so easily. Jeremy Clarkson never apologized to Meghan, much less profusely. Okay, they're still telling the lie that Clarkson apologized to Meghan. It never happened. Okay, I see Al had on his quote, try me mother effers, and quote, face of the Brits this morning, LOL. Again, the whole idea of the response to wrongdoing somehow being worse than the offense is ridiculous. The press and the monarchy were exactly what they were well before Harry and Meghan. History didn't start in 2016. Okay, exactly. If you do no wrong, there's nothing to fear or expose. Evil people are always afraid of good people. That nothing to fear. It's British royal family, UK media for sale that worries of the truth coming out because they know what they did. That's true. Okay, Harry and Meghan always challenge them to tell the truth. That's a very good point. Okay, he absolutely gets it. The people who constantly berate Harry and Meghan for releasing the documentary and the book are exactly the reason why both of those were needed in the first place, to expose their racism and unconscious bias toward Meghan. Okay, preach. You can tell me they don't have anything else to discuss in that country besides Meghan. Okay, except Jeremy Clarkson didn't apologize to Meghan, but rather to Harry. Okay, let's see how many guest interviews he will do in the UK. They will be hiding from Uncle. The whole world is watching. LOL. I don't know. If I was these people who's pushing this stupid narrative, they better stop. I don't know. Well said by Reverend Al Sharpton. Look at the his lying For the record, Jeremy Clarkson never apologized to Meghan. His address an email only to Harry, making excuses for his article and citing sexual violence. Camilla Parker Bowles sanctioned the article days before Jeremy wrote it. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, whoever pushed him to do that, they better stop. Okay, she became a symbol, not of her own making. Preach them facts, Rev. All right, facts. He couldn't have said it any better. And I was looking at the time, and I was like, the question took almost a minute, and then it was close to 2 minutes. And I'm like, when is this gonna finish? All right, his question. 1 point, we have all seen the virtual slender dehumanizing hate pieces, racist dog whistle, xenophobic attack, misogynistic article and post. No one can tell us we haven't witnessed the daily onslaught. Yep, we are witnesses. All right, after this, that's it, and then I'll go to the next tweet. Clarkson never apologized to Meghan at all. Look at Ben openly lying, saying Clarkson has, quote, since apologized to them profusely, end quote. Okay, we need more voices like this speaking up in the UK. It makes me sick that they continue to use the same playbook to demonize Meghan Markle. Enough. Okay, they exposed themselves and forgot the world was watching. Yep, that's exactly that. Look at them, all two-faces hypocrites. And Reverend Al Sharpton presence, they act all polite and nice and not forceful with the lies because they won't dare speak ill of Meghan American and his presence. As soon as he leaves, all the usual suspects will be back spinning lies as usual. All right, so let me go to the next tweet that is making reference to the same video. Okay, let's see. I hope it's longer. Maybe it's the same thing that is 1 minute and 50. Yeah, same thing. Okay, the tweet of the day is the royal family and the UK media have been exposed because of racism. Meghan became a symbol not of her own making, but because of royal family racism. Okay, it's the same thing, so I'm not gonna play. Okay, what was the reply? Do anyone has the reply after this statement? Okay, I'll tell him like it was. There's this, haha, sure, there's the rolling eye. Yet you will have people thinking, oh no, not our truth, talking family, royal family. All right, let's listen to it one more time, maybe less pause in between the video.
There was a big fallout when Meghan Markle and Prince Harry left the UK. Lots of discussion, Reverend Sharpton, about racism within the media, the accusations that they made towards the coverage that she had faced as part of the royal family. And then you were very outspoken and critical of Jeremy Clarkson's column that he put in again in another national newspaper. He's since apologised to them profusely and tried...
Okay, that's the comments I've been reading. Okay, he did not apologize to them. Like the comment said, it's to only Harry. And then they sent that freaking email on Christmas Day, of all time. Okay, so just a reminder to some.
Explain his scenario. I wonder what your take on that situation was, what Harry and Meghan Markle said that they were facing, and the reaction of the UK media to that relationship.
You know, I think that when they were married, it was a beautiful day.
Right.
And people were celebrating how you saw this woman of color now in the royal family, gospel songs sung at the ceremony.
And the thing we need to take away, as he answered this, he took us back from the somewhat in the beginning, you know, the wedding and all of that. And then this is the differentiation that Harry always make, is that the people of the UK are not racist. Okay, it's the media, the UK media, that is racist. All right, that just came to mind.
The Queen sitting there, and then the reaction was so much acrimony and just looking to treat her differently. And people, whether you in the UK or around the world, that was always treated differently, understood what Meghan was going through. It was somebody black working in the C-suites for the first time, and they treat you differently. Or someone walking down the street. And I think she became a symbol not of her own making. When you see the kind of mean-spirited article this guy wrote for no reason, drag her through the streets and all, yeah, fine, you can apologize, and many of us have said things not at that level that we could apologize for, but what makes you feel that you can say that in the first place?
Exactly.
And I think that in many ways they exposed what was already there, and then people tried to blame Meghan for they are being exposed.
Exactly. All right. So I wanted to play it again because I stopped in between. So I have 3 more tweets to share with you. So let's add them. Okay. So let's see here. Desperate British media. All right. Desperate British media, you have tried all tricks in the book to bring Harry and Meghan down, but fail miserably. Now Samantha Markle is your last hope. There's the laugh. Okay. So there's me here responding to that like 4 hours ago. All right. This is very, very sad. Sad in the sense to see her half-sister is doing this to her. Baggage for God. I really don't know what to say besides seeing the tragedy and this by her sister. At this point, I swear, Meghan Markle needs to stop being the better person in this. I don't care about her disability. And I put this GIF. Just go full on about this because enough is enough. My goodness. The same way that Reverend Al Sharpton was saying, what makes that guy Clarkson think this was okay for him to write this nonsense? Again, the same thing can apply to the half-sister. What makes her think it's okay to do, not just calling her to court right now. There's something that's going on in Florida that's going to happen in a couple of days. But from the beginning, before they were married, the nonsense that she was doing, what makes her think it was okay? Why? The father, the half-brother, all of this. Okay, so they all are baggage for God. All right, so let's read some of the comment. British media apparently have very little knowledge of US law. A spouse cannot be forced to testify against spouse. Just another same trailer trash effort. And as always, Brit jump on their usual hate machine. The thing is that they want something to write about, so they cannot make up. Okay, the way Harry said, they usually make up the news.
They don't report the news, they create it.
So now that Harry and Meghan are out of their sight, they don't know what they're doing, so they cannot make nonsense up. So they will rather pay, and then you have that sister's willing. This is the sad part here. Who's willing to go along with it, and then now they have something to write about. Okay, facts don't matter to these people. Let me read this and then I'll go to that 6th comment. Okay, it's all getting very tragic now. If she is their last hope, most of my friends and family who were on the side of the royals have had enough of the obvious hatchet job sanctioned by the palace and are now behind Harry and Meghan. All right, let me go into that, and I think there's more comment below. Facts don't matter to these people. Okay, if Sam is a trailer trash, it stands to reason that her sister is too. No, since they grew up in 2 different homes, that's a stretch. All right, so they have to come in to say their nonsense. Whatever, exactly. There's that. Let's go back to the original one. Okay, her dad and her brother will appear again for the right price. Shaking my head. That's very sad. The higher they raise the barrier, the taller they will become. That criminal, there's the laugh. If she's the last hope, this downward spiral is coming with a quickness. She's the worst. There is some right-winger with money behind this and are very much connected to the royal family. There's a article, a screenshot that I read a while back. Yeah, and I think this person, this family had met with, I forgot, but it's in one of my videos. Okay, there is some right-winger with money behind this and are very much connected to the royal family. Meghan needs to go hard because there is someone else in the US with cash funding this. We already know because I don't share this, but she's on Fox News talking and doing all of this. Like I said, baggage for God. We need to keep on praying, and Meghan needs to put her lawyers to work and say, that's it, let's done with this. Anyone who come and try to do that, go hard on them. Enough is enough. Okay, exactly. They're going to have Samantha looking even more ridiculous and broke. Okay, partnering with a strange family to attack her again. For what? To bully her? If whatever damage you're trying to do backfires, then what? You try to make the world hate someone we clearly don't, so you fail. Do you want to be hated too? Because you will be, and we won't care. Okay, y'all in big trouble if Samantha is your last hope. There's the laugh. Good luck with that. They down bad at that's their last bullet. Shaking. Was it? Samantha Markle has 0 credibility. Okay, think you're fine. Harry and Meghan doing it by themselves. She managed to alienate her whole family apart from her mother. Now, what? he's done the same, she's evil, okay, whatever. You could read whatever you see here, but we know the truth.
It's pretty wild memory, but awesome. It's pretty wild memory, but awesome.
Do you see any scenario by which Harry and Meghan overshadow Kate and William?
Yes, I do. I mean, this is immediately was my first thought. You know, this could be a problem.
But we know the truth.
Is that the case?
No, absolutely not. No, I mean, and if we're talking about why this whole, you know, Harry Meghan thing started, it started because several years ago, if you cast your mind back, the Queen was and always will be the most popular royal, but second to that was Harry. It wasn't William and Kate.
Immediately was my first thought. You know, this could be a problem.
It was not William and Kate. And when Harry and Meghan became such a popular couple, it put everybody's noses out of joint. The establishment wanted to retain the monarchy as it was, to boost William and Kate, and the media, the Daily Mail and the Telegraph in particular, fed those lines.
Well, I agree with everything until you said the last bit. I think that somebody in the palace decided to take them down a peg or two, and it went too far.
Absolutely.
But it's all history now, isn't it?
But it's not history, because, for instance, if you take the media on, as Dawn will know, you never win. If you never win, but the media will always be at war with you, and the Daily Mail does everything drip, 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 poison.
And it's not like Harry and Meghan never use the media. I mean, that Oprah Winfrey.
If you were in that position, you would fight back too. You would absolutely fight back too.
But we know the truth.
That may have been one of the things that upset her. And of course, the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
But we know the truth.
It was an unfiltered interview with Thomas Markle. In retrospect, maybe we should have put a filter on him.
And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
Exactly. We don't have a dump button, do we?
No.
No.
We need one now, I think.
Yeah.
But we know the truth.
True, because remember, I know that was set up pack shots, but remember he was filmed, the dad, getting measured for the suit, reading up about England. So if he wasn't invited, that doesn't even make sense. And I know the Pap set him up with that, but that was on the pretense that he was going to the wedding. So what she's saying doesn't add up.
Well, why don't we get her on next week? And for a rare interview.
I don't think we need to
We're not paying her $200 for an interview. We're not paying her $200 for an interview.
But we know the truth.
He had been given information that helped support Associated's case. He said this information came from a senior palace source.
William and Kate.
And he said in his witness statement this was, quote, not gossip or tittle-tattle.
What does that mean?
But we know the truth.
What it means is that a senior figure in the royal household,
William and Kate,
according to the Mail on Sunday, was passing him information in order to help defeat the Duchess's case.
But we know the truth.
Have been, as we know, is that the Mail on Sunday had the ruling against them in February, and they were then appealing it. So it was lawyers from the Mail on Sunday who would have approached Jason Naff, knowing that these emails and messages existed. That would have been the point, unless, I mean, the most likely outcome is that Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate, and clearly he has cooperated. He would not have cooperated with those lawyers without their definite knowledge.
But we know the truth.
Meghan and Harry, they said don't apologize. So then I tried to apologize to Jason Knopf, who is one of their representatives, I guess, but I don't know if the apology went through or not, but I tried to apologize for it.
But we know the truth.
You heard from anyone in the palace thanking you for the, serious defense of them?
I've had some messages communicated to me on behalf of several members of the royal family.
Upper level
We're very
people?
grateful that. Well, I'm not going to go into who it was, but what I would say is gratitude that somebody was standing up for them.
But we know the truth.
The press and the media.
That's
and
true.
as they say at the start of episode 1, they say so many books and shows and stories have been written about us. We wanted to have our own say. And remember, the purpose of the PR office at the royal family is to keep the royals in the press all the time. So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace. Fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
But why?
And if it comes from Kensington Palace,
Right.
why are they briefing against their own grandson?
Well, okay, that's a very the idea.
Why are there never any
Well, I think that's
stories
fascinating.
about Prince William?
Were
Jeremy?
William and Kate involved in briefing against them originally? I don't know.
That would have been the point, and unless, I mean, the most likely outcome is that Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate, and clearly he has cooperated. He would not have cooperated with those lawyers without their definite knowledge.
Kate involved in briefing against them originally? I don't know.
But we know the truth.
The following video was filmed on the 5th of March 2021, 2 days before Harry and Meghan's interview was seen by anyone.
In the interview, from start to finish, Meghan was acting.
The world is waiting on the biggest interview of the year.
Were you silent or were you silenced?
Harry and Meghan with Oprah. Everyone has an opinion. But do these experts actually know what they're talking about?
It is certain, of course. I'm so sorry. Let me just once again hand back to you, Ben.
Would these paid commentators give a review of an interview they've not yet seen? Would these paid commentators give a review of an interview they've not yet seen? To put this to the test, Archie and I set up a production company, Beneath the Fold Limited, to invite 4 royal experts onto a fake TV show to give their reaction to Harry and Meghan's interview 3 days before they had even seen it. A fake TV show to give their reaction to Harry and Meghan's interview 3 days before they had even seen it. We found some royal experts and used our very own royal expert to gauge their interest.
Together a special for a UK broadcaster to be broadcast immediately after the interview that Harry and Meghan have given to CBS with Oprah. And we're looking for guests to comment on the interview, basically. So it will be pre-recorded, so we're actually recording it tomorrow, and it's just to offer kind of an immediate reaction to the interview that will then go out after the interview, if that makes sense.
Within minutes, the Queen's former press secretary Dickie Arbiter, the editor of Majesty magazine Ingrid Seward, royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams, and CNN's Victoria Arbiter all agreed to offer their instant reaction to an interview that hadn't even broadcast. All agreed to offer their instant reaction to an interview that hadn't even broadcast. The experts were happy to act as if they'd already seen the interview. Their fees were negotiated and their contracts signed. Had these professional royal experts who influenced the public already made up their minds about Harry and Meghan's interview before seeing it? This is what happened.
But we know the truth.
Victoria Arbiter, AR, B as in boy, ITER, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
Alright, and whoever is funding this lawsuit on behalf of Samantha can keep this going as long as the royal family wants it to. Samantha's credibility must be torn apart so won't even think of doing this again. Alright, so that's it. Let's move to the next tweet. Let's go to the next tweet. Oh my god, 30 minutes. Alright, there's this. No wonder Prince Harry said Meghan was the list, the captain of his soul, and just went on pages after pages on spare about how she was it for him. Looking at his past history, I understand why Meghan's class, intelligence, usefulness, beauty, and independent nature did him in. Alright, so there's this picture here. There's that. Fact. Okay, yep. Was it? You said it. Meghan's nurturer and loving human being, and so is Harry. They deserve each other. Archie and Lily are lucky to have parents that are loving and caring and more. There's a heart. All of this. The blueprint, 100% thumbs up. All his girlfriends have been beautiful, including Meghan. Those pages were dictated by Rachel, Marco, whatever. But you know what? At least, okay, wait until you see the next picture, the next tweet that I have. Okay, did Meghan tell him to look at her like that? All right, so you could say whatever you want, but it is what it is. Those pages were dictated by Rachel, Marco. I reckon he can barely hold a bio pen that his aunt Margot gifted. If you see what, actually the video that I just finished edit, there's some business people in America who does business with some Brits, and they're telling you how it's like night and day between the mindset of business people in the US and mindset of people in the UK. They don't care if their own reputation is gonna go down the gutter, but to see you flourish, to be on a pedestal yourself, they will tear you down. Okay, so this is the same thing we're seeing playing over and over and over again. I went in that particular thread. It was no squatty. It was a squatty who retweeted it, and then I went in it to see what some people were talking about. Then when they start talking about geography, I sort of gave up and whatever. But the main point was that the mindset of business people in the UK, when someone is trying to make it big, the level of jealousy and pettiness, they will pull you down, prevent you from achieving your goal. Okay, so that's what this just reminded me of. Let's see, troll, there's that. All right, so this is my last tweet. There's another tweet I have, but it's a long thread, but I don't plan on doing that on this video. All right, so there's this here. Look at Harry. You telling me it's Meghan who's telling Harry to look at her like this? And you could see the guy in the back. I think that's a security. All right, look at Harry. Fascinating by Meghan's look. Okay, Lord, when your hubby turns into a member of the crowd and he's admiring you also, waiting to give you his flower. Oh, Prince Harry, there's the laugh. All right, so there's that. Look at his face. My goodness. And there's me responding. The guy, I'm just joking here. The guy with the flower is a fan of Meghan Markle. There's the shade. The guy is in love. There's this. Okay, where is security? He is security. I forgot. Has. Okay, I love Harry. There's that. If she would have said no to a second date, I feel like he would have stalked her or been butthurt like Piers Morgan. This is one of the things I love Lawdt about them most. I think she means most. This is one of the things I love most about them. They adore each other and show their mutual support, and he's so proud of her. Okay, completely smitten, lol. There's that. Okay, those 6 other guys are still out there, just saying. Okay, or what does it mean by 6 other guys? Whatever. I mean, people have past. Okay, I have my own past. My husband has his own past. So I don't know if this is what this person is trying to say here. Okay, hungry eyes. He always have snack eyes. The look he was giving her in the first Australia trip. Phew, there's a laugh. There's this, beautiful. Love Harry and Meghan more and more every day. In the background, you see all the photographers. You see and feel it. What Harry means. Click, click, click. There's the rolling eye. They are very strong. Thumbs up. Harry is a secure man who can handle people wanting to meet his wife, unlike his insecure father who was jealous of his wife's popularity. All right, and knowing what we know now, at least for me, knowing the misery he was in after his mom passed, so Meghan is like a breath of fresh air to him. Look at him. Okay, let's do a prayer. The thing that keeps coming out of the UK, it's unbelievable. I just finished I just finished record a video regarding Al Sharpton. And I'm trying to rearrange things so I could start editing it, so I could put it out. And then I went on Twitter. There's another thing popping up 1 hour ago. Okay? Simone Case, aka The Fly, Prince William henchman caught up in another corruption. Extraordinary current BBC chair Richard Sharp tells me during the appointment process, he met with the then Prime Minister Boris Johnson and revealed he told the Prime Minister he was going to the cab secretary to ask how to introduce him to someone who could help the Prime Minister financially. Oh my God, this is a thread. Let's go into it. I just saw it the minute I saw Simone Case. All right, so it's only one video. It's 1 minute and 23 seconds. So let's listen to it. I started listening to it and I said, let me just record. All right, I'll just add it.
Chair, and good morning, Mr. Sharp. Good morning. Just to clarify something you were saying earlier, before you went to see Simone Case about this matter, I'm right in saying you did go and see the Prime Minister to tell him you were going to see Simone Case?
Yes, I had a meeting with the Prime Minister. I told him.
What did you tell the Prime Minister you were going to meet Simone Case about?
I told him that Mr. Blythe wanted to support him. I told him that I'd advised Mr. Blythe, or I told Mr. Blythe, and I'd informed him that there are rules in this country, and that therefore, as a result of that, he should be in touch with the Cabinet Office, and as a result of that, I was going to do so.
But you did, in effect, inform the Prime Minister.
I've definitely informed
that
there was
somebody
the Prime Minister
who had
Mr.
approached
Blythe.
you who wanted to lend him money to support his lifestyle.
Well, I informed...
This is the thing I keep on saying. To support his lifestyle. Those people, they're not living within their means. They're living to show off. They don't even have the money to do the things that they're doing. To support his lifestyle. Look at this. Look how I'm right again. I'm moving it back slightly. Oh my God. Okay, a little bit more.
There
Absolutely.
was somebody who had approached you who wanted to lend him money to support his lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Well, I informed the Prime Minister that Mr. Blythe wanted to meet the Cabinet Secretary to see whether he could help the Prime Minister.
And the implication of that is whether you could help him financially.
Yeah, definitely.
So although you didn't offer direct financial advice to the Prime Minister, the point you were making earlier on, you did inform the Prime Minister before you met the Cabinet Secretary that there was someone who had approached you,
yes,
who was a member of his family, who wanted to help him financially. So, in effect, without giving financial advice, you had discussed his finances, or rather the fact that somebody wanted to help him with his finances with the Prime Minister. That's correct, isn't it?
Correct.
Wow. Okay. Watch in full here. They mentioned Simone Case, but not in full detail.
Thank you, Chair.
Oh, let me pause. There's more here. Let's see here. Blythe is Johnson's cousin. Couldn't they speak directly about £800,000 loan? Why did Sharp need to get involved at all? Because Johnson and Blythe, okay, so that's the name. Blythe didn't know each other. I'm guessing this discovery of a cousin who happens to be wealthy and happy to loan money feels like it may have taken some research. I love to know who worked all this out, who gave the piece of advice. Okay, also, I wonder if Simone Case will be prepared to corroborate Sharp's account of what happened. Do you really think the man who agreed to lead the investigation into Partygate, even though he attended the party, will be honest and trustworthy? Really? Because I don't. There's a smell of corruption and intrigue about Case, who is far from honorable, in my opinion. Forensically done. Bravo. Very well. Question here. Bravo. All right, so that's it. The reason I brought this up is because of the Simone Case. Let me see what the squad have said. This is the squad who tweeted this. Let's see what some of the squad did they? Only 2 comment on it. Okay, this is the squad here. What does it say? That the highest civil servant in the land who also worked for the royal family is a crook. I always say it wasn't a coincidence that Prince Harry refused to shake Boris Johnson's hand that day. The government and not just the royal family forced out Harry. Could be that corruption. Yep. All right, so this is that's it. I need to get edited. I have like an hour plus of video from earlier this morning and 30 minutes a few minutes ago, and now 5 minutes of this. I probably will just plug them in. All right, so that's it. Okay, today is February 7th, 2023. It is 2:35 p.m. So I'm squeezing some videos together, and my 1 hour video that I recorded earlier this morning will be another day. So there are some new tweets that's coming out, and I wanted to put them together. Hopefully YouTube doesn't give me any trouble, and I'll make them live. Okay, so this one has to do with WellChild. Okay, let's go in. So what they did here, they block the comment section. Nobody can comment on it, but you could tweet it out. With your tweet, I guess you could share it with your followers, could see it, and then under that they will receive the comment, because they know anything that has to do with Harry, there's some negative, you know, the floodgate of the hate and all of that will come into them. So I understand why they block the comment section. So like for me, if I want to retweet it, there's two ways I could retweet it. For those who are not on Twitter, I could just tweet it like that. I already tweeted out already. Or I could do both, or quote tweet it, where I say something similar to this. This person retweeted saying something, but me, I just tweeted without saying anything. All right, so let's listen to the video here, and then I'll go to one of the squads who've tweeted out and read those 8 comments under there. All right, so the WellChild version has 0, but there's about 1,008, well, now 19, and people are still commenting and liking and retweeted out. Okay, because they know the way those hate people are when it comes to Harry and Meghan. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan are doing some good things, so they just block the comment, so they don't want to hear anything about it. Okay, so I understand. All right, our patron Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, joined the call for nomination for the 2023 WellChild Award in association with at JSK. All right, we are united, science, technology, and talent to get ahead of disease together. Our community guidelines, doing good things. I don't know who they are, but now I'm gonna follow them. All right, nomination. Okay, I just read that. Each year we celebrate the UK inspirational, seriously ill children, young people, of those who care for them. Nominate at wellchild.org.uk. All right, so it's 1 minute and 34 seconds. I'm gonna let it play. Hopefully I say something, but when I go into this tweet, I'm not gonna play it again. All right, so let's listen.
For the past 15 years that I've been patron, I've been immensely grateful for the work that WellChild does, and moved by the stories I hear and the people I meet. For children and young people with complex medical needs, WellChild provides access to high quality care services and the opportunity to thrive at home alongside their families. WellChild also creates a network of support for families who are facing countless medical, logistical and mental health challenges.
And on this morning video, which you're gonna see completely different day, I read a letter that Harry had submitted or sent to WellChild. At that time, this video was not there, and I have not edited that video. So when I'm editing it, I'll insert this video in it. All right, so just to give you a heads up.
Compounded by a cost of living crisis that adds tremendous pressure in caring for their children who are dependent on life-saving equipment. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the carers and health professionals, doctors, nurses, teachers, play specialists, and many more, who are part of the WellChild family as well. They deliver life-changing support each and every day. Despite facing immense challenges, WellChild families continue to display a resilience and fortitude that is nothing short of inspiring.
It sounds like the letter that I read this morning. Yeah, I read the letter, and some of the things he's saying here sounds familiar, so maybe it's the same thing.
And right now, you can play a role in highlighting someone in your life who inspires you. By nominating someone for a WellChild Award, you have an opportunity to introduce someone special to the WellChild family. Each year, I so look forward to meeting with the award winners and spreading awareness about this incredible charity. I hope this year you'll join me and get involved. Nominate someone today. Please visit www.wellchild.org.uk to find out more. And thank you for your support.
Okay, so that's that. Let's go into this here. He looks amazing. All right, I read this already. Let's see what some of the squaddies are saying. Okay, right, he looks so good, so healthy and happier. I could listen to him talk all day. There's this. Yes, let's see if one of the haters are here. Is it me or Harry becoming more settled and confident in public speaking? His pro and his delivery, nicely done, my king. There's a video a picture. I mean, there's a picture of Harry. I think he was in Australia, and he was on stage, and there's Meghan sitting on the crowd. One of the things I remember saying is that I think during wherever they were in the hotel, maybe Meghan was giving him some pointers here and there, and then as he was preparing for the speech, and Meghan was looking at him to see where he could improve on. I remember saying this. It's on my PYT channel, okay? And yes, I think he has improved. Okay, let's see here. Yes, and he looks confident and at peace with himself, Prince Harry. Okay, amazing for what? A balding almost. There's the negativity. This is why WellChild closed the comment. This is exactly that. These people are looking for, to put people down. Like I said earlier, and now I'm gonna put this clip with previous things that I've recorded. And the video that I recorded this morning, where that businessman is American businessman who does business with people in the UK, and where he was talking about the mindset between Americans and the UK. Let's say somebody have a bright idea and you mention it to someone else in the UK, they'll put you down, they'll mock you, they'll make fun of you and belittle you. This kind of thing. So that's in the video. I have not edited yet. I recorded earlier this morning, like 2 a.m. or whatever. All right. So this is the same thing here that I'm seeing. And this is exactly why WellChild closed the comment section for idiots like this. Meanwhile, God forbid, there's a child who's really in need and the parents can't even afford the medical care, especially with what's going on with NHS right now. From the outside, I'm all over in the US and I'm hearing what's going on with NHS, which was a very good system they used to have. I don't know if they still have it, but it seems like it's becoming almost like the American system. I've said it so many times. The American system, the medical system, it's not good. It will bankrupt you. And it seems like the UK is going in that direction. But they had a good system, but due to hate, because whatever they blind themselves with, but anyway, so the WellChilds did good for closing the comment section. This is exactly why. This is the example right there. All right, they show themselves. I'm not even going to on the comments where the squad is defending it. So we already know. All right, so I'm going to plug this with my previous recording, and then I need to do the prayer. All right, so that's it. Prayer for what? Prayer for, let's see, what can, let's do this. I'm gonna change. Winning the battle to move forward. That's it. All right, I shortened that prayer. Okay, a prayer for the battle. Okay, do not fear or be dismayed. Tomorrow go out against them, and the Lord will be with you. Okay, let's read these two here. In my distress, I call unto you, for I know this battle is not mine, it is yours. Reach from on high and draw me out all my trouble, thunder. All right, let me fall into you and let you win the battle, for faith in my heart. With you there is victory, and I trust you. All right, so let's pick an image for the thumbnails. I think this one. Let's do this one. Oh my God, it's so small. It's so small. It is small. It is small. Can I see it? Let me. Oh, I can't see it. It's very small. Let's read the one right next to it. Okay, prayer for my family. Father, thank you for my family. I pray that you draw them closer to you, and they submit to you with all their hearts and their minds. Help them in all their doings. Father, you are the only one who knows what each one of us is going through and what weight on us. I pray that you, O Lord, will give my family the strength to overcome whatever problems that will come their way. Help anyone fighting a silent battle. Let them find peace and comfort in you. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. All right. So this is the prayer, and that's it. It took me 40 minutes. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna edit this first before this morning's video, and if YouTube doesn't give me any problem, I'll put it out the same day. All right, and you will see the other videos sometimes, who knows when. All right, so that's it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.